Welcome, dear students, in Standard 8th Mathematics, Chapter number 3, Indices and Cube Root, Lecture 1. Let's revise what we have learned in previous standard. The product of 2 multiplied by itself 8 times is written as 2 raised to 8 in the index form. The number 2 raised to 8 is an exponential number. It is read as 2 to the power 8 or the 8th power of 2 or 2 raised to 8. In 2 raised to 8, the number 2 is base and the number 8 is the exponent or index. We can also break up an exponential number and express it into the product form. 2 raised to 8 is written in the product form as 2 multiplied by itself 8 times. The value of 2 raised to 8 is equals to 256. Second part of any number is read as the square of that number. For example, 13 raised to 2 is read as the square of 13. Third power of any number is read as cube of that number. For example, 15 raised to 3 is read as cube of 15. In earlier standards, we have learned about laws of indices. Let us quickly revise it. On the screen, you can see 3 examples as written. In first example, minus 5 raised to 3 multiplied by minus 5 raised to 2, which is equals to minus 5 raised to 3 plus 2. The result of second example, 3 by 5 raised to 4 multiplied by 3 by 5 raised to 3 is equals to 3 by 5 raised to 4 plus 3. In third example, 4 raised to 4 multiplied by 4 raised to 5 is equals to 4 raised to 4 plus 5. So from all these 3 examples, we can easily understand if a is any rational number and m and n are positive integers, then a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n is equals to a raised to m plus n. Let us learn next law of indices. Here you can see on the screen examples has given. In first example, 2 raised to 7 by 2 raised to 5 is equals to 2 raised to 7 minus 5. In second example, minus 3 raised to 5 by minus 3 raised to 2 is equal to minus 3 raised to 5 minus 2. In the third example, 3 by 4 raised to 8 divided by 3 by 4 raised to 3 is equal to 3 by 4 raised to 8 minus 3. Thus, if a is any rational number other than 0 and m and n are integers, then a raised to m by a raised to n is equals to a raised to m minus n. Here, m is greater than or equals to n. Let us quickly revise remaining laws of indices. If a and b are non-zero rational numbers and m, n are integers, then a into b raised to m is equal to a raised to m multiplied by b raised to m. A raised to 0 is equals to 1. A raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m. Next, a raised to m bracket raised to n is equal to a raised to mn. Then a upon b, the bracket raised to m, is equals to a raised to m upon b raised to m. Then a upon b raised to minus m is equals to b upon a raised to m. Fractional index. An index can be a fraction also. Example, in the numbers shown here, what is the base and what is the index? So you can see here numbers are 4 raised to 3. Here base is 4 and index is 3. In the second example, 6 raised to 1 by 3, base is 6 and index is 1 by 3. In the next example, 9 raised to minus 2, base is 9 and minus 2 is the index. In the next example, 84 raised to 1 by 4, here base is 84 and index is 1 by 4. In the next example, minus 5 raised to 0, base is minus 5 and index is 0. In the next example, 25 raised to 1 by 2, base is 25 and 1 by 2 is the index. How will you classify these index numbers? Index numbers are classified as positive indices, negative indices, as well as integral indices or fractional indices. As you can see here on the screen, how to write integral indices or fractional indices. Now we will learn meaning of numbers with fractional indices. The square of 5 in the index form can be written as 5 raised to 2. The square root of 5 in the index form can be written as 5 raised to 1 by 2. The cube of 9 in the index form can be written as 9 raised to 3. The cube root of 9 in the index form can be written as 9 raised to 1 by 3. The fourth part of 3 can be written as 3 raised to 4. How will be the fourth root of 81 be written as? The fourth root of 81 can be written as 81 raised to 1 by 4. Thus, we can see that the nth root of a number is shown by the index 1 by n. Explain the meaning of following index numbers. 256 raised to 1 by 4 means the fourth root of 256. 27 raised to 1 by 3. 27 raised to 1 by 3 means the cube root of 27. 36 raised to 1 by 2 means the square root of 36. 10 raised to 1 by 5 means the fifth root of 10. Let us solve practice set 3.1. Question number 1. Express the following numbers in index form. First, fifth root of 13. We have already learned that nth root of any number a is expressed as a raised to 1 by n in index form. Therefore, fifth root of 13 can be written as 13 raised to 1 by 5. Now, quickly write the index form of next examples. Sixth root of 9 can be written in the index form as 9 raised to 1 by 6. Square root of 256 can be written as 256 raised to 1 by 2. Cube root of 17 can be written as 17 raised to 1 by 3. Eighth root of 100 can be written in the index form as 100 raised to 1 by 8. Seventh root of 30 can be written in the index form as 30 raised to 1 by 7. Question 2. Write in the form nth root of a in each of the following numbers. First, 81 raised to 1 by 4. As we have already learned that index for 1 by n of any number a is expressed as nth root of a. Therefore, 81 raised to 1 by 4 can be written as 4th root of 81. Second, 49 raised to 1 by 2 can be written as square root of 49. Third, 15 raised to 1 by 5 is written as 5th root of 15. Next, 512 raised to 1 by 9. It can be written as 9th root of 512. Next question, 100 raised to 1 upon 19. It can be written as 19th root of 100. The meaning of numbers having index in the rational form m by n. First meaning of a raised to m by n means nth root of mth power of a. Second, a raised to m by n means mth power of nth root of a. Let us solve practice set 3.2. Question number 1. Complete the following table. By keeping in mind two meanings of the number a raised to m by n, we are going to solve this question. First, 225 raised to 3 by 2. The number can be expressed as the power of the root and root of the power. Therefore, it can be expressed as cube of square root of 225 and square root of cube of 225. Second question, 45 raised to 4 by 5. It can be expressed as fourth power of fifth root of 45 and fifth root of fourth power of 45. Third, 81 raised to 6 by 7. What we can write here? We can write as sixth power of seventh root of 81 and seventh root of sixth power of 81. Fourth, 100 raised to 4 upon 10. It can be expressed as fourth power of 10th root of 100 and 10th root of fourth power of 100. Last question, 21 raised to 3 by 7. It can be written as cube of 7th root of 21 and 7th root of cube of 21. Question number 2. Write the following numbers in the form of rational indices. First, square root of fifth power of 121. Here is the hint for answering these type of questions. We have to write index in the rational form m by n. Always keep in mind the number m is the power of the given number and n is the root of the number. Thus, to write index in the rational form, we have to write power in the numerator and the root in the denominator. Thus, square root of fifth power of 121 can be written as 121 raised to 5 by 2. Second, cube of fourth root of 324. Here, power is cube. So, it can be written as 324 raised to 3 by 4. Third, fifth root of square of 264. Here power is square and root is 5. So it can be written as 264 raised to 2 by 5. And the last, cube root of 3. So it can be written as 3 raised to 3 by 3. Here you can see 3 get cancel each other. So we will get 3 raised to 1, which is equals to 3. Children, in previous standards we have learned about square of a number and how to find the square root of a number by factorization method. Every positive number has two square roots. Square root of 0 is 0. In this standard, we are going to learn about cube and cube root. If a number is written 3 times and multiplied, then the product is called the cube of the number. Now, let us learn about cube. If we multiply 5 3 times, how we will write in index form? We will write it as 5 raised to 3. It can be read as 5 cubed or cube of 5. What is the result of 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5? We will get 25 multiplied by 5, which is equals to 125. So the result of multiplication of 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is 125. Therefore, 5 raised to 3 is equal to 125. That is, 125 is the cube of 5. The cube of a number means the number multiplied by itself 3 times. It can be written in the index form as number as a base and 3 as an index. Let us solve some examples related to this. Evaluate the cube of 15. Also say which number is the cube of which other number. When we multiply 15 3 times itself, we will get 225 multiplied by 15, which is equals to 3375. Therefore, 3375 is the cube of 15. Till now, we have considered the cube of positive integers only. Let us consider the cube of negative integers. Let us take the number minus 9 raised to 3. When we multiply minus 9 3 times, we will get minus 9 into minus 9 as 81 multiplied by minus 9, which is equals to minus 729. Therefore, minus 729 is the cube of minus 9. What did you notice about the sign of a number and the sign of the cube? Of course, the sign of the number and its cube is the same. Therefore, we can say that the cube of positive number is positive and the cube of negative number is negative. Let us learn what are the perfect cubes. Cube of minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Cube of 1 is equal to 1. Cube of minus 2 is equal to minus 8. Cube of 2 is equals to 8. Cube of minus 3 is equal to minus 27. And cube of 3 is equal to 27. Here minus 1, 1, minus 8, 8, minus 27, 27 are the perfect cubes since they are the cubes of minus 1, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 3 and 3. Thus, we can say that the cube of any integer is called a perfect cube. Children, let's have a quick recap of what we have studied today. We have studied about indices and laws of indices. Then we have studied the fractional index. An index can be a fraction also. Then we have studied about the meaning of numbers having index in the rational form m by n. After that, we have studied cube of a number. If a number is written 3 times and multiplied, then the product is called the cube of the number. The cube of the positive number is positive and the cube of negative number is negative. Then we have learned about perfect cubes. The cube of any integer is called perfect cube. Also, we have solved practice set 3.1 and 3.2. So children, I hope you have understood what we have studied today. Practice all the sums properly. If you are having any doubt, you are always welcome. We will meet soon. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.